with us at STL TV Live, I'm Sarah Bernard, and as coordinator of Volunteers of Criminal Justice Ministry, Sister Rita Huelsmann works with volunteers who donate their time in a variety of ways, and she's here to tell us what they do. Welcome, Sister Rita.
Thank you.
So we've been talking in the last segment about the Criminal Justice Ministry, and there's so many different things that you all do as part of that, and your job is to coordinate all the people that are out there on the ground doing some of this work.
And they're interested in helping.
So how many volunteers are there?
Just 180 who write people inside. So just in that program alone, Pen Pal is 180. Okay. And there's about 200 other people who go inside of a jail or prison. And also some of them do parties outside. Some work in the office, in our CJM office.
So you've got almost 400 people that you're coordinating who are helping our prisoners here in Eastern Missouri.
Indirectly and directly.
Yeah. So, so tell us about, is there a minimum age to volunteer?
There is. Usually 22, 23, out of college, unless you're doing an intern. I do supervise interns who'd go inside.
Who are college or high school or?
College.
Okay.
Yeah, either they're working on their master's.
Okay.
Interns and field work.
Okay. And roughly how many hours a week or a month are people donating of their time?
It depends. In the office, we have 9 volunteers who come to the office, do different things. Some do 2 hours a week, some give 6 or 8 hours a week. It depends on what their specific job is.
And the people that are going into the prisons?
They might go like once a week. Some programs are set up, they take turns and go once a month or once every 6 weeks. If they're in leading prayer, their turn might come up once every 6 weeks.
Okay.
If they're doing a weekly program, and there are several who go weekly, they might give 7, 8 hours a week inside a prison.
So tell us what some of the things are that these volunteers do when they're inside the prisons and the jails.
Prisons, they, since it's a steady population, they do more long-term programs. We have one who does hospice at Potosi. That's your older people are there. So he coordinates hospice inside. He coordinates inside dads, inside-outside dads. Some visit from cell to cell for the ADSEG people. Some teach English as a second language. Some teach, help tutor with GED, or what's currently called HiSET. Some listen, go in strictly to listen to somebody's heart. Some bring other creative writing in. Anything that will help develop the person and use their time. Use their time well, and then be that human connection that in a stark environment, like cement and brick and bars, it's hard to get in touch with yourself and your feelings. And it's hard for healing to happen. And I think volunteers are instrumental in feelings, getting healing to happen. We had, this is very particular. One volunteer who started out as a pen pal, one of the 180 people who write inmate inside, was a retired English teacher. Always wanted to write a book. All right, this guy was in prison since he was 20-something, and he's now 40-some. He thought, about 6 years ago, he thought he needed to write his story. He had gone through it all, sorted things out, and began to heal. So as they wrote each other, the inmate wrote his story and asked would the pen pal be able to edit it. So, and the product is this book.
Wow. And
I'm thinking, the whole dead man walking, that started out with a pen pal inside a prison. And now it started the whole movement of the death penalty.
So you've got, there's a book to the credit of the Criminal Justice Ministry. And I bet we can learn a lot from
the volunteers. The volunteers.
So lots of great things, and I bet they really feel like they're contributing and learning a lot about themselves, the volunteers, while they're giving back.
As we talk, and I meet with them, with the volunteers before they go anywhere, and I meet with them throughout the process. Always it seems like the volunteers minister to as they minister to someone inside.
Absolutely.
It's a two-way street.
So if people would like to volunteer, they can reach you,
Yes.
and they can learn more about the opportunities available.
For sure. For sure,
Okay.
yeah. I think that number was on the screen.
We'll have the number, and
Yeah.
for all of our viewers to see that. So.
Right. Yeah, it's a variety of things. Coming up soon, we'll have a dinner for the housing program. So the different sections of CJM do work together. Volunteers work in all of the
different activities going on, yeah.
Right.
And we're learning all about those today in this show. So stay with us on STL TV Live. Up next, we're going to learn about direct service, which is the portion of criminal justice ministry that lends short-term help to those who are just released from prison.